Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Support Conversations with me, Get Daved. Oh, I should try listening when they're... Alright. Apparently I have to hit my step count for the day.
Hello.
Wait. I actually forget if we checked this already. This is a new recording session for me? Yeah, I must have. Because I remember talking to Dorothea. Okay, I guess I didn't do it. We're still getting prof points. You know what, we're just gonna pale blue to the max. Just got something else to say?
Professor! Oh my, it's so good to see you.
Yeah.
These days, so many old friends seem to be disappearing. But you're here. It's incredible
I do
to
disappear
see you again
sometimes.
after 5 years. I have a feeling your name will go down in history.
Thanks. My reason could stand to improve. But I mean, now that the recruitment phase is done, I'm ready to sort
My
of...
father used to be a knight in service of the royal family of Fargus. For a time, he was at the monastery. But apparently, he's back in Fargus serving as a knight again. Which means, if I fight with this army, I'll eventually have to face my own father. Terribly. But I've accepted my fate. I'm ready for anything.
Well, when we kill him, we won't do
If at all
anything weird.
possible, I would prefer not to fight my father.
Right,
This is
okay,
the
we
path
talked
I
to you.
chose. I have no regrets.
Aside from fighting your father. Okay. We head due north, we'll get a support conversation. I want to get through the ones between the other characters too, don't get me wrong. But I'm the player. I'm more important. Do you think Bernie's still holed up in her room? Seems okay. I kinda, in my headcanon, she was there for 5 years. She doesn't actually know Byleth went
Professor,
missing.
please do not be concerned. I just did too much overworking and lost my strength.
What?
Yes, that is the truth. Please accept my apology.
Apology
I have
accepted.
sorrow. I am sorry to be fainting at a time like this. Even though I was not asking for your care and attention, you gave it willingly.
Yeah, no, you gotta pace yourself.
Um,
Life's 1,000 marathons in a row.
will you have a listen to me? There is something that I must be saying. I am thinking you already have knowledge of why I came to Vodlin.
Yeah, some sort of bad deal.
Not for studying, but as a hostage for the Empire. So that Bridget would not be rebelling anymore.
Thanks, Dad.
It feels like a knife against my throat. That I am making my grandfather obey the Empire.
I think it's gonna change a lot in the next little while.
Because I am a hostage, it is not an option to be giving up. I must be fighting and winning and staying alive. I must do anything to be making life better for Bridget. To be making Bridget and the Empire stand as equals.
You know what? All your classmates admired you. I think you might have pulled it off.
That is what my people are wanting from me. And what my grandfather, the King of Bridget, is wanting. My want? I am not knowing of that. The wants of my people are something I have power to achieve. Their wants are my own.
Well, you'll be a good leader.
What I really want, I have understanding. Wait, no, I actually do not have understanding. Yet. What I am
That's fine.
understanding is that there is something I am not understanding.
It's a good start.
When I know what my true want is, I give you my promise that I will be telling you first.
It's a deal. Well, I was hoping you'd say what you really wanted was to topple the establishment because that's what we did.
You've survived. How very fortunate. Were you dead, I wouldn't be able to fight you. But you are very much alive. Now I have a chance to kill you.
How many times do you have to lose? Man. I ain't letting you teach me crap. And I showed great restraint and didn't say the other things I was thinking. Hey, man.
I thought you might be at the monastery.
Is your
That's
hair
why I made
always
my
this
way
color?
here. I
Okay.
decided to follow your path because I believed in you. Then you vanished.
Yeah, joke's on you.
Now that you've returned, I have my guiding light once again. Welcome back, Professor.
Yeah, sorry for leading you guys all into rebellion and then piecing out. It's just how it's done on the street, lunch meat.
All right, I'm ready to fight. Let's do this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no,
Leave it
high
to me.
five.
I can take on the whole, most of the enemy's army.
I will let you fight.
I know my
Much
limits
of
now,
it.
Professor.
Oh, good. You know what? Good on you. Oh, I'm the one bad at it. Okay, I was gonna be like, how is Casper still just an E rank?
This experience is critical.
Sure, man. Hey. Feel a sense of failure stepping into there.
Indeed.
We can probably sort things out with Claude.
House Gloucester will remain staunchly neutral in this war, even if we press into Alliance territory.
That's not particularly admirable.
My father is no threat to the Empire. Lady Edelgard surely understands that.
Uh-oh.
The Great Bridge of Myrden, however, is another story. I hear it is held by Judith of House Daphne.
Right, we talked about her.
She is renowned for her military prowess. We would do well not to underestimate her.
Yeah, keep your eyes on the Judiths and Jones. Or Jean.
I can't believe how long it's been since I left home. Since I was dragged out of the house, I mean.
Yeah,
5 whole years. It's weird to think about.
but look at you, outside and not having a panic attack.
No. But if you'd asked me that 5 years ago, I'd have said the opposite. I have friends here, and I have you. The monastery's become a second home to me.
Yeah.
Back then, I never would have dreamed a day like this would come.
Aw. I am
It's all
happy
thanks
for
to
her.
you. You've given me a second chance at life.
Yeah, also, the people under your command will not turn on you now.
If not for you, I never would have gotten used to leaving my room, let alone the monastery. Maybe the battlefields just dulled my senses.
See, I mean, that's the secret to it, right? When you're having panic and anxiety issues, I mean, it's your fight or flight being oversensitive. You gotta help it chill out a bit.
I'm much
Let it
better
know what
with
the real
strangers
threats
in new
are.
places now, though. I don't panic nearly as much as before.
Yeah, because you've met people who are actually trying to kill you, and then you're like, oh, I was way overthinking that other stuff. Where am I going with this?
A new place? All on my own?
See, to me, this sounds like I'm about to tell her, like, I'm afraid you've been kicked out of the strike force.
That sounds like a tough assignment. Where did this come from all of a sudden? Hey, hold on. You're teasing me, aren't you? Please don't joke around like that anymore. It's torture for me.
It's helping.
Come on, Professor. I'm begging you. Please promise me you won't do that again.
I promise
Friends
you,
respect each
I will.
other's feelings, don't they?
Yeah, you're right.
Good. I'll hold you to that. You're absolutely not allowed to send me out anywhere on my own. Got it? You would need to come with me. If you're with me, I can go anywhere in the world.
Okay, but you gotta get that on your own. That's right, you gotta remember what I taught you.
No, that defeats the purpose. Why can't you get what I'm saying?
Oh no, I'm reading between those
We're
lines.
finally getting close. Guess I'm not good enough for that, though, am I?
Oh,
I'll let you
boy.
have this one, but you better be ready for next time.
Dang. Ready to hit all the students there.
Professor? Hey, Professor. It's been a really long time, hasn't it?
Yeah.
The last 5 years have been full of heartbreak. Not from girls, but friends and family becoming enemies.
Oh, yeah,
One of the
well, I
things
guess
that
that's
kept me going
unfortunate.
was the hope you'd return. And now here you are. A lot has changed, but you're back. And it's the first time I can remember being happy in a while.
Oh, bummer, man. You know, by and large,
What
my
the-
students have navigated pubescence with masterful quality or skill. I think
Right.
maybe that's the real gift I gave them.
The north side of the Great Bridge of Murden is in the territory of Acheron of the Alliance.
Okay.
He's known as the Weather Vane. He's a notoriously flippant man. A man
Okay.
like that doesn't have the guts to give it all for the defense of that bridge.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, that is just a nickname, though. We don't know if it's well earned yet.
I've been working here for a few years now. There are plenty of others working here too. Since the acolytes and students aren't here, it's up to us to pick up the slack.
Oh, okay. Morale meals. Okay. I guess we should dine with an ally. Yeah, I'm gonna keep those two separate for a little bit. Wow, everybody likes this. All right, you know what? We'll go. I know she's maxed out. But, you know, I'm trying to smooth things out for the
Do you
people
miss
of
the food
Brigid.
of your homeland, Petra? I wish there was a way to get some for you.
Yeah, see, I was thinking the same thing.
I have gratitude for your kindness. But it is okay. I am liking the food of Fodlan.
I feel like they should look at each other. Getting a passive-aggressive vibe from this. Oh, do you want to eat the food from your homeland, which we conquered and abducted you from? Oh no, that's fine. I like it plenty here.
I'm relieved you're here, Professor. It seems we've reached a stalemate on the war front. I admit I'm feeling apprehensive about fighting the Alliance.
Okay.
No. I have to shelve my personal feelings. There are bigger things at play here.
Yeah, but I still don't want to put you in a situation where you're gonna get killed because you're, I don't know, having
I'll
doubts on the
fight with
battlefield.
full force. I'm counting on you to lead us to victory, Professor.
Okay, if you say so. I'll throw you out there. Have you give the killing blow to your family. Oh, but you know what? I have to go slower because I don't recognize their profiles. Same way. Yeah, she's got 2 crests, so she's been tortured. Yeah, so she's probably full of spite. Seems more to be the extra studious type.
A moment, please.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. What's that? Do I have brothers in the church? You really are well informed. My older twin works for the Knights of Saros, but I think he's just a grunt. Not a noble gatekeeper like yours truly.
Oh, well, they're lost.
Unlike me, he's very devout. He left the Empire a long time ago.
And about 5 years?
Why making an enemy of the church. Disorder is running rampant among the populace. It's quieted down over these last 5 years, though. The well-being of Her Majesty is steadily improving.
Oh, good.
Professor?
Arwa, how are you?
Ah! At long last we meet again. I knew you were alive. I knew you could survive. And 5 years
I was
on,
petrified.
you arrive. We're reunited. I'm glad I kept watch for you in the downstream villages all that time.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
I was so devoted to finding you that I left the Knights of Seros. Now I serve no one other than you.
Okay.
I'll protect you, just as I promised Captain Gerald I would all those years ago.
Thanks, buddy. Don't you have, like, obligations to your family? It's no big deal. It might be a big deal. I don't know. I mean, it's been 5 years. Maybe... I mean, if his kids are 14 by the standards of this world, they're well enlisted.
What do you require?
Hey. Good news, everyone. I mean, my authority is B rank. I could get a pretty good posse. So my Byleth has a ridiculously good magic stat. I don't like being a primary mage, though. Yeah, these are all forcing specialization. I mean, my two favorite Fire Emblem classes, I don't know, I like Pegasus Knights a lot. I really like the Lord class, and I like the Tactician, which is a hybrid attack
His
mage.
Highness, the new king, is in the process of unifying the kingdom under his command.
Okay.
His powerful army has joined forces with the Knights of Seros, who moved their seat to Fargus.
Sounds like he's been conquered.
And now they're presenting a united front against the Imperial army. They're our greatest enemy, absolutely. I don't relish the idea, but there's no turning back now.
That's right, there ain't no getting off this train we're on.
For now, we should focus our efforts on the Alliance. The Kingdom and Church can come afterwards.
Yeah, okay.
Judith, who
Eliminate
defends the
the
Great
pincer.
Bridge of Murden, is a formidable opponent.
Wanna bet?
We can't afford to drop our guard.
Alright, so what you're telling me is that I should defeat her with a training sword.
I need a favor.
Oh, kill the deserters? Oh. We don't have to kill deserters?
No. Since the great nobles lost their standing, the regulation of the merchant houses has relaxed somewhat.
Oh?
You'd probably have thought that would make it easier for us to profit. But the world isn't so simple.
Oh?
The war has made the price of goods unstable, causing no end of hardship for the people.
Oh yeah, I guess, yeah, markets don't love uncertainty. There's this thing called Risk. Great board game. Try it at least once.
The last 5 years have been difficult at times.
Yeah?
My relationship with Edelgard is rather contentious, due to the incident with my father.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, buddy.
Nevertheless, I cannot abandon my family's duties.
Well, just vow not to abduct her children, and that'd be a great olive branch.
As Duke Ire, I must play my part in the Imperial Army. Edelgard intends to abolish the nobility, but I know I can dissuade her from doing so.
Permadeath is on, bro. Just remember that.
Within the territories of the Alliance, the Gloucester and Daphne houses dominate the West.
I know someone from both of those
House Gloucester
houses.
has always supported the Empire. There's not much chance of them defying us.
Yeah,
So all
Lawrence.
that needs to be done to restore peace in the West now is to crush House Daphne.
So whose family are we killing today? The game! Is there gonna be anything going on here?
Maybe. Hi.
Oh yeah, Ferdinand, how you doing?
Take that! Oh, you know, there is always something. It never ends. Lately, I have been feeling uneasy, impatient.
Ah, you're getting the nerves.
Edelgard claims victory after victory. She never stops.
How are we in a stalemate then?
5 years ago, she ascended the throne and swept away the corrupt nobles, my father included.
Yes.
I always thought I would be the one to unseat him. But she did it instead, with all the ease and indifference of someone cracking an egg.
I mean, she was the Empress.
Now, as the head of House Eyre, I serve Edelgard. I have to accept that I am her subordinate, working beneath her to reunify Fodlan.
Yes.
The disparity between Edelgard and myself is obvious.
So the only reason this hurts is because you've never had an ounce of humility.
She never stops moving forward, single-minded, never wavering.
Ah, that's just what you see.
But where does that leave me? Here, flailing about, going nowhere, contributing nothing.
I'm glad we had this talk. No,
but
you
it
can
is.
still...
That is the reality.
You know what? You can be a good friend.
Not once since our days at the Academy have I exceeded Edelgard's abilities.
You're better on horseback.
I saw her as a worthy opponent. She did not even see me as a contender. She did not even consider me at all. As the head of the noble House Eyre, I must be able to achieve results. But all my efforts have come to nothing. Results are everything. I have not shown results, so I will be stagnating here forever.
I think your mindset is completely wrong and always has been, man. Okay. Both are true. This one's like more of a cliche these days, but we'll see how he feeds off of it.
I appreciate that, but it is not enough to persuade me.
I'm not trying to, man. I don't care if you believe me.
I know that I have a massive wall to climb, and I must climb it alone.
No.
Even so, may I ask a favor?
Will you climb it with me?
Professor, please keep an eye on my progress. I would appreciate if you were always by my side, bearing witness to my accomplishments.
No! Ferdinand, you remind me a little bit of a guy I knew who idolized his older brother and was always comparing himself to him. And at no point did he realize he was the vastly superior person. You see, the problem was the whole mentality was wrong. In that paradigm of my brother is king, you just can't see the world the right way. Everything he's doing is, I have to be this, I have to, nobility is this, I gotta be the guy in House Eyre. It's like, you know, that's not the way to think about it. Yeah? Yeah. As it turns out, the horror movie's the less scary thing.
After the battle 5 years ago, the Imperial Army occupied Garreg Mach. The cathedral and several other buildings were destroyed, but
it's holding up.
We've done some repair work here and there, and we're using the buildings as a base of operations. As for me, well, the church moved its headquarters to Fargus, and I've seen no reason to follow. When I returned to Enbar, I received a summons from Her Majesty, and I chose to answer.
Oh, good for you. Yeah, we'll just pass on that for now.
Hey! I was so surprised to hear that the faith of Saros was a sham.
My eyes nearly popped out of my skull.
I mean, it's not a sham. You just gotta separate all the different things that are wrapped up on it. Religion's complicated.
But just because the church lied to us doesn't mean that the goddess isn't real.
Oh, she's real, all right, and she's with you right now.
That's my take on it anyway.
My child.
I'd feel very anxious with no one to pray to.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd feel anxious if you prayed to me. But yeah, I mean, she's living in my brain and is also me now. Don't read into it.
Since you came back, everyone's been smiling.
Oh, you gotta get your old haircut back.
Just you being here makes an incredible difference.
Oh, yeah,
I
well,
can't
right
express how reassuring it is to see you.
Thanks, bro. Alright, what can we do? Still at 900.
See you again soon.
Yeah, coming back from the dead didn't give me any renown. Like, there's not a mystique when people talk about me. Oh, yeah, I thought they killed him. No, oh man, you can't kill him. Apparently not. None of that.
Hey there. Ah, a new face. I am Randolph von Bergles.
Hola?
I'm the guardian of this place. Wait a moment. I'm sure I've seen you somewhere before.
Very briefly.
Ah, yes. You're Her Majesty's professor. You're alive?
Yeah.
Oh, this is my little sister, Fleisch. She's just a rookie, but she's helping me as my assistant.
Hello, I'm Fleisch von Bergles. It's nice to meet you. I know
Nice to
I'm
meet you too.
inexperienced, but I'm gonna do my best. You can count on me to look after my big brother.
Oh boy, which one do you think is gonna die?
I've heard you're planning to march into Alliance territory. I'll be here to guard the fort.
Oh, it's him. You just know one of them's gonna die to harden the other's resolve.
There were clashes with the Kingdom Army near the Western Front, but this is the first time the Alliance Army has had an honest-to-goodness fight. I hear their leader's pretty competent, but the Alliance Army is pretty tough too.
I mean, they were strong at the Battle of the Eagle and the Lion. Oh man, guys, I just wanted to be in Claude's house. Why did you wrap me up in all this treachery?
Hey, Professor. What have you been up to for 5 years? Hope you haven't gone soft.
I don't know.
I got myself into perfect shape. Took all 5 years of pushing my muscles to the limit. But look!
And you got the haircut to match. To be honest, you look a little smaller. Maybe more refined, though. Maybe his tone's better.
You bet I do. You gotta get training if you want to catch up.
High five. You know what? I think I'm most glad to see you, Raphael.
What's that look on your face? Surprised to see me?
Not at
I'm
all.
a mercenary. Always have been. Even when I was with the Knights of Seros.
But if you're with us, you're not chasing the
I never was
money.
too attached to Fodlan. I was considering leaving soon.
Ugh.
But I might change my mind if you're around.
Oh, thanks. I'm happy with that level. But, have a pitcher plant, Shamir.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. In case you didn't like it. I'm assuming there will be lectures at some point, because I'm still getting motivation.
Are we leaving for battle? I heard it's a long march.
We'll be fine.
But it's fine. I've had plenty of time to stay inside lately, so I think it's time I run out. Yeah. I
Yeah.
can do this. No more Bernie Bear. Oh, yeah. People call me Bernie Bear since I hole up in my den all the time. Not anymore, though.
Yeah! She's a lovely bag of crazy.
Okay.
Right.
Alright. Very interested in how Marianne's gonna be doing as well. She was, very jolly.
My adoptive father sent me here so our family name would be known. He doesn't care which side wins, the Empire or the Alliance.
Okay.
However, even if he tells me to come home, I intend to stay
I
good
want
for
to
you.
see this new world Edelgard dreams of.
Yeah, because the current one is really awful. I mean, that was probably... Okay, there were two factors that... I mean, I ruminated over the decision on camera, but there were two main things. One is, I genuinely believe this world of, like, this part of Fire Emblem... Like, this isn't like Crom's Kingdom. Like, this place is terrible. And Lady Rhea was no Emerin. The thing is, even when she wasn't, quote, evil, everything she did, it still had to be Rhea in power, Rhea at the center of it all, Rhea in control. Some people in the comment section were like, oh, there's gonna be ritual and Rhea's gonna try to kill us. And I don't think so. She loves Byleth. We are both, in one sense, I think her mother, and in another sense her child, because of, like, she did something to us, right? And is like, she knows something about what's going on with Sothis. I have a theory about it involving the Crest Stone, because Edelgard cannot use the Sword of the Creator despite having the right crest, and all of the other weapons have the Crest Stone, so I have a theory that we were like blessed with it or something. Yeah, that's where we're at with that. So like we have like this filial relationship with Rhea, even though like, yeah, the biological mom was someone else. You know, it's more complicated than that. But I mean, Rhea just has always been brutal. Yeah, there's that. Things aren't working.
Professor, I'm sorry to have dragged you into the fight again.
It seems like Rhea only believes in her, like, herself at the top of the power structure. Maybe we could take her place, but it would only be us, and it's only because of her connection to us, essentially. Edelgard actually believes in something that could make things better for a while.
But you appeared at a most opportune time. I'm
glad to
truly
be here.
humbled by your support, my teacher. Thank you.
Nah.
And so I will. I'm hoping your abilities from 5 years prior are still intact.
No, I still got it.
Make sure you're ready to head out, okay?
Just watch me.
Allow me to brief you on the details of our situation.
Sure thing,
the Empire
Benedict.
firmly controls the western portion of Fargus. However, the central and eastern regions continue to put up heavy resistance.
Okay.
The strongholds in these regions are Aryan Road, the fortress city, and Ferdinand, the kingdom capital. We cannot control Fargus until we have taken both of these cities. As for the Alliance, Houses Gloucester and Ordelia seem predisposed to capitulate to us.
Okay.
However, due to interference from Houses Regan and Goneril, we have yet to secure their cooperation.
Oh. Well, Goneril usually turns out to be okay in the end.
Claude obviously hopes to keep the Alliance whole through diplomacy. But because we have had to focus our efforts against the Church until now, our forces have yet to meet his.
I think that's a good thing. There's still
We have
time.
only recently begun to take the fight to Alliance territory. I have a request for you.
You want a trout and veggies. Okay, we can do that. I want to tell a hockey story. With Edelgard being like, hey, are you ready to go? I think one of the coolest stories I know of is... It'll be, like, I'll have to piece this together.
Professor, do you know how happy I was to hear you were still alive? I'll tell you how happy. For the past 2 days, I haven't had my morning or my afternoon naps.
Linhart, that is the nicest thing anyone has ever said to me.
Well, as long as we weren't marching. Can't sleep much then. But it's not for want of trying.
Oh, I hear you, man. The Pittsburgh Penguins and Philadelphia Flyers were having a playoff series years ago, maybe like 5 to 10. The two teams hate each other, Pittsburgh and Philly. You know how it is.
You finally joined us, have you? I attached myself to the Imperial Army as well. Seemed the thing to do.
Well, you saved your life.
I feel I owe it to Edelgard to set my past feelings about the Empire aside. I am happy to help her. It's strange, isn't it? After 5 years, the 3 professors are together once more.
And the Death Knight.
I am most curious, though. You say you were asleep for 5 whole years. Incredible.
I mean, I don't have a pulse and stuff. It's normal.
Perhaps this is another effect of your crest. I do look forward to investigating you in greater detail.
Actually, I really want you to now.
Wonderful news. I am most excited to begin. We must find the time, of course.
I think that knowledge could be really important, actually. Anyway. Penguins have a star player named Sidney Crosby. He's...
Hey, you.
You know, a generational talent. And the captain of the Philadelphia Flyers, some young guy named Claude Lemieux, tells all of his teammates... This was before, I forget which game. It was one of the big ones in this playoff series. He tells them all, watch my first shift. The first time I step on the ice, just watch me. And lo and behold, A, he had a great game, and B, his first shift, he stepped onto the ice, lined up Sidney Crosby, and crushed him. And Crosby's not a huge guy, but he's stocky and tough, and Lemieux's smaller, and just obliterated him. And I thought, like, the idea of your captain just telling everybody, like, you want to know what we're going to do this game? Watch me. Oh, that's good leadership.
I'm so glad to see you're all right. I really regretted not being able to keep the promise I made to my mentor.
Oh?
Captain Gerald told me that if anything should happen to him, then I should stick by you.
You got it.
I'm going to do just what he asked. I'll be right here to support you from now on.
Thanks, Leone. Have a... anemone?
Thanks.
Lily O the Valley? Just gotta, like, get a chart of these. Alright, one last conversation and then we're done the episode and we can get to the killing.
Really?
And trouting.
Right. It's normal for history to be revised in favor of those who hold the power.
Yeah, that only works for a while, though.
The documents in this library are no exception. It's perfectly possible for someone to have made edits to them.
Yeah, but we'll get to the bottom of that.
That no one has the power to blot out the truth entirely.
No,
I like
not
to
if
read
people
the
are
same
curious
texts
about it.
over and over again. That way, I can spot some of the truths hidden between the lines.
Sure. Sometimes they're there, but I appreciate what you're doing, man. Alright. I guess we'll procure some supplies in the next episode, and then get to the killing. I'll see you there, everyone. I think we're gonna go meet Judith soon.